Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Morning Musings, where we are listening for a message from the universe about going for big dreams. And we are utilizing Alana Fairchild, Sacred Rebels Oracle card deck, as the conduit for said message to come through. What do I mean by going for your big dreams? I mean doing the things that you know you want to do, but have put on the back burner, that have slid to the side or to the back or even off the table because of duty and responsibility and social constructs that don't allow those things because they're too weird or they're stupid or they're crazy or they're outlandish or they're whatever. They don't fit within the social circle that you're in. They're a bit too oddball, right? Like they look at you and go, that's some crazy thought. And they give you some constructive criticism that makes you feel shamed or inadequate or not worthy or whatever. And it could be couched in a very positive space and a very positive language. And it still makes you feel like dirt, that it's not worth it, that that dream is just too far out of reach. That thing, that interest you have is just not worth the time. And that's not fair, because that dream, that interest, that inquiry, that curiosity that you have, that pull towards that thing, that's you. And you are worthy and you are allowed. Just because they don't like it doesn't mean you can't do it. And if it's a lofty dream, doesn't mean you can't strive for it. Because, you know, there were people that tried to get to the moon and they built things and they blew up and they built things and it blew up. And maybe there are people on that project that didn't live to see the day that we stepped on the moon. There are people that worked for years, ages, all the people in the sciences from, way back when, that built up all that knowledge that allowed us in that generation to make it to the moon. Maybe you're one of those people. Right? You may not be able to get to the moon yourself, but you can further along the research. You can further along the movement. You can be the next relay race racer that takes that baton from one side to the other so that someone else can take it to the next place, so that eventually that dream happens. Think of all the research, medical research, that people were doing that others thought was just crazy. Heart surgery in babies. They thought they were nuts. They said, you can't go against God. You can't do that. God made it, so you can't mess with it. And they chose to mess with it. And now there are babies that are alive and surviving and healthy and growing and contributing to society because they chose to go against the grain. They chose to go against what society deemed as, oh, no, you can't do that. They did it anyway. And now we have all those babies, all those parents who didn't have to go through the loss of watching their child pass away. Yeah. Maybe you're one of those. I don't know. And maybe you're just the one that wants to do the fun stickers in a planner, or the person that just wants to do the great art. And who knows if that great art will become the Leonardo da Vinci of the time, or just something that pleases your family and it gets passed down through the generations. Grandma did this, great grandma did this, great great grandma did this. Great 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 grandma did this, becomes the family heirloom. Or grandma wrote this book, or, I mean, who's to say? So if you have something in your heart that has been whispering there, wouldn't it be nice? Every time I mention this, it just people just like, allow yourself. That's the big dream, fulfilling that. So we're going to do a little meditation, and then we're going to pull a card, and we'll see what the message is for today. Awesome. Okay. So, but before we do, go ahead and click that like and subscribe button down there. And if you really like these morning musings, hit the bell up there somewhere. That will notify you when I go live next, which I try to do every day. Don't always succeed, but I try to be as consistent as possible. So, all right, let's get into the meditation. So let's get comfortable in your chair, or laying down on your couch, or wherever it is that you find yourself as you're watching this. Get comfortable, relax if you can. Close your eyes if it's safe to do so, and you are so inclined. And take a breath. And I want you to scan your body. We're going to do a couple scans of your body. The first scan is going to be finding all the good things in your body, things that just work, the things that you love about your body, and just appreciating them, appreciating that those areas work well, appreciating the beauty, appreciating that this body gets you up every morning and takes you through your day. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate you. Oh, and yawns are good. They're a way of noticing that things are shifting. And now I want you to scan your body, and I want you to focus on those areas that don't feel so good. The areas that might be injured, have some pain, have some tension. There might even be some dis-ease going on. And I want you to thank these areas for fighting for your safety, for your health, for your well-being. Because these areas are fighting mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual things that are trying to harm you, energies that are coming towards you that they're trying to defend against. Oh. And I want you to think about if there's any kind of chronic area, chronic tension, chronic pain, maybe a chronic dis-ease. And I want you to know that this area has been fighting for you for a very long time. It's been tense for a long time. It's been hurt for a long time. And it keeps fighting to heal. It keeps fighting to protect. It keeps fighting to make sure that you are safe. And I want you to know that this started a long time ago. There was an incident, a situation, a person, a group of people, or an environment that you were in that created this level of protection, gave you strength, helped you survive. And now it's possible that that protection, that safety protocol, that thing that you put in place to make sure that you were okay in that incident situation, dealing with those people, living in that environment, it got caught in a loop. It never saw the end of that thing. It never realized that that situation stopped, that those people moved out of your life, that that environment is no longer what surrounds you. And so it keeps protecting, even though there's nothing to protect against. But it stays firm and stiff and strong, and I'm going to be there, fighting against something that's not there anymore. And so we're here to remind our body, our mind, our soul, that protective measure, that it can stop. It can pull back. It doesn't need to fight so hard. It can take a rest. Those tools can be put in the toolbox. We have the skills. We have the knowledge. And it's time to release those so that we can learn new skills, gain new knowledge. And as you and your body are getting used to this idea, I want you to go into your heart center and notice, oh, all the boundaries around your heart, all the safety protocols put in place, all the protective measures. And I want you to notice that some of those are still doing their job. They're still working against whatever it is that's out there that is truly still there. And notice, and that those are good. And now notice those that were put in place a long time ago. Is that still a reality? Is that still truth? Or is that a relic of a building that maybe needs to come down, that needs to be repurposed in a new way, that needs to be turned into movement ahead instead of keeping safe behind? And as you look at these boundaries, these walls, these safety protocols, these survival techniques that you have, you notice that there is a light that is coming from behind them that is beautiful and bright, even if it may be dim because it has to go through all of these things to shine out. And it's intriguing, and you're curious. And so you step into those boundaries, through those boundaries, as only you can do because you are the architect of them. And you see some that are crumbling, you see some that are strong, you see some that maybe need to be revisited and rearranged. And yet the light continues to shine from behind them. And you keep walking through. And as you step over that very first boundary you ever set, you step into a space of warm, beautiful, comfortable, comforting light. See the color. See how it shimmers and shines. It bathes the whole space. Feel the love, understanding, caring, lack of judgment. And realize that this is you, your divine spark. This is what you've hidden. This is what you've put boundaries around because other people didn't understand. This is your divine spark, your gift to this world. And you realize that it is time to let it shine, to remove the obstacles of this light coming into the world. And as you are getting reacquainted with your divine spark, your light, your gift, I want you to reach out into the earth energetically. Deep down into the core of the earth to touch that core creative life-bringing force, that energy that has created everything that surrounds us. That life force that imbues everything on this planet. And I want you to invite that energy up into your body through your feet, your ankles, your shins, your knees. Oh, your thighs, your hips, up your spine, into your torso and abdomen, up your spine, into your chest, around your rib cage, into your neck and shoulders, down your arms, into your fingers, up into your head, and swirling around every cell in your body, bringing healing, comfort, and love, and creation. And finally, swirling into your heart center, beyond all the boundaries, beyond all the safety protocols, beyond all the survival techniques, to touch your heart center, your divine spark, and connect. And say, let's play. Let's create. Let's bring this gift to life. And as that connection is being made, reach out into the sky, to the stars energetically, to the galaxy, into the universe, deep, deep into the universe, where all knowledge is held, all the connections are made. However you perceive that. And that energy invite into you, down through your mind, your neck, into your shoulders, down your arms, through your fingers, down your spine, into your chest, and down further into your abdomen, torso, hips, thighs, knees, shins, ankles, feet. And this knowledge, this connection, swirls through every cell of your body. You know what to do. It swirls into your heart center through all those boundaries, shining which ones are working, which ones need repair, which ones need transmutation, which ones need to be pulled down and into your heart center where your divine spark lives, and reconnecting your divine spark to the universe, granting you the knowledge, connecting with that creative life force so that you have the skills and the capability to bring this gift to this world at this time. And as you look, you see a path before you, lit with the starshine. You see the hills, the valleys, the twists, the turns, the obstacles in the way, and the tools that you'll gain before you ever get to those obstacles in order for you to make your way through, to learn the skills, to gain the capabilities that you need for the next leg of your journey. And you take a step onto the path, your first step, your next step. And you dream, and you take action, and you make things happen. And the magic of the earth and the universe combined within you with your divine spark brings your gift to this world, attracts the people that need that gift, that want that gift, that are so happy that your gift is here for them. And you stand in that knowing, confident, assured, and you have the ability to move forward through fear, through excitement, through whatever it is that those that don't understand your gift can bring. You walk through it with ease. You feel the emotions and you continue to move forward. Aho. Bright blessings. Amen. So mote it be. Our card for today is receiving. Receiving. You are so loved. Your every need is witnessed and responded to by the universe. However, you sometimes forget this. You become swept up in the momentum of habitual consciousness, and you forget to take a moment to stop, breathe, and be. In that moment, you can receive the love of the universe that is receiving you. It will nourish you with contentment and energy. You have not done this enough, so your soul is becoming parched and is drying out. Energy has been going out of you, but there is not enough coming back in. It is time to bring something back in for you, to receive and be received. You are being offered a chance for restoration now, to feel nourished, cared for, and loved. Accept it. You deserve it. The healing process below will help you surrender any guilt or shame you feel for having needs in the first place. It will also help you overcome any struggle that you have receiving and accepting so that your needs can be met. Do you know how much joy the universe gains from being able to give to you? When you delight in what you receive, when you openly embrace a gift and are so happy with it, the universe is fully received by you. In this space, there is joyful communion between you and life. Energy flows more freely and magic happens. When you demur, saying you cannot accept, that it is too great a gift, or that you are not worthy, you are impeding that flow. You are inhibiting the communion, the connection, the playful interaction between you and the universe. Enough with the false modesty and guilt. You are a radiant sun in human clothing. An exquisite life experience is your birthright. Enjoy it. Soak it up, all of it, including the restoration of sacred rest. From that place of nourishment, you will more effortlessly create, live, and love with greater energy and thriving, pulsing passion. The earth rests each night so it can greet the sun again each morning with the spectacular living art of sunrise. Allow yourself to switch off, step away, close the laptop, switch off the phone, and just be with yourself for a little while. You will return and be more efficient and effective. Rest now, play now, and work later. Forget your worries for a while. Switch off. Do something else. Let it all go, and it will all flow. Receive it. Let's do the healing process. Say aloud, I release all false guilt and shame about having needs and all false beliefs about rest being wasteful or unnecessary. I accept healthy, productive, sacred rest and the gifts of happiness that it brings. I understand that rest and activity balance, feed, and nourish each other. There is a sacred healing that happens through rest, which is very powerful. I accept and receive this now through unconditional love. This is now so. Then read this story aloud as though you were lovingly reading it to yourself as a child. You may want to curl up comfortably on the sofa. Here's the story. The great fresh impressionist painter Monet sat in his garden on a warm afternoon. He was napping lightly on his garden bench, with the sunlight dappling gently through the straw hat resting over his face. It was soft and warm on his closed eyelids. He sighs contentedly. A nosy neighbor poked his head over the fence, keen to know what the brilliant artist was up to now. "Sir, are you resting?" the curious neighbor called out. "No," responded Monet, wriggling to get even more comfortable on his reclining garden chair. "I am working." He relaxed further as the mild breeze tickled the hair on his forearms. Monet returned to his garden the next day, consumed by the urge to translate his feelings onto the canvas. He painted with great energy and focus. He was inspired, and the paint flowed. Again, the nosy neighbor poked his head over the fence. He called out, "Sir, are you working?" "No," said the artist, barely pausing with his brush. "I am resting." When you are done, give yourself a hug and perhaps have a nap or a cup of tea. Do a little dance around your living room or paint, relax, go for a walk in the park, or do a spot of window shopping. Just play, laugh, and relax. Give yourself what you feel you need at this time. If you aren't certain, that's fine. Guess and know that the more you do this, the more skilled you will become in identifying your needs and meeting them. I missed that. Identifying and meeting your needs. Receiving. Receive what's coming to you. Maybe that's money. Maybe that's love. Maybe that's attention. Maybe that's rest, calm, peace. Be open to receive it. Namaste. Thank you for being here. And if you need support in receiving, if you need to learn how to follow this dream, to follow this heart centered, to have the encouragement and the okay and the permission to do so, I am having a 1 hour get together. It's called Big Dream Wake Up Call, and it's happening on January 25th at 4 p.m. Eastern. And it's an hour where we will get together and go deep in on your big dream, finding out what that is for you so that you can identify it and have some kind of clarity around it so that you can then take the next step and move forward towards making it happen. Information is in the link down below, and I do hope that you will come join us. It's a free hour of time together to enjoy your big dream, to celebrate your light in this world, and to find out what your next steps are with the clarity of what that dream is. I hope to see you there. Keep your eyes on the horizon, your hands on the wheel, and your foot on the gas, baby. Let's do this. And I'll see you tomorrow.